No. So when we first started dating, we would be driving and I wouldn't be talking.
Oh, I get it. Yes. Okay.
And you would be like,
in life, like something is wrong all the time. No. Usually with us. Okay.
No. Yeah. You were like, what is wrong? There's something wrong. And because I wouldn't be talking because it's like, I don't have to talk all the time.
So here we are. My name's Amber. This is Scotty. And we're wife and wife photography business owners. And yeah, we decided to start a podcast. So here we are. Anything you'd like to say?
Not anymore.
So the thing with Scotty is we have very limited amount of patience. That's why when she agreed to come on to this with me, not just as a one-time thing, but as a hosting it with me thing. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And you said yes.
Yeah. So, except my patience is very limited.
We fed you. We got here and you needed lunch. So we got some lunch.
Yeah, but that's not even the whole bit of it. It's just that, we had so many technical difficulties with lights and
a lot of technical difficulties.
Microphones and camera and
all the things.
Like
we have the lights, we have the umbrellas, we have the camera.
And we started talking and we started we
did a whole thing. We were in it.
And now I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore right now.
Doesn't like repeating herself. So,
we should probably not do that one again.
Yeah, it's all right. It was a good trial run. Maybe I'll still use it, but the audio is a little, I had the microphone on backwards. So, that was a fun learning experience, but that's why we're here today is, working out the technical kinks. So this is actually going to be more of a show that is going to be bringing on different, women business owners, or not just women. No. Actually, I forget that. One point is going to be women. We're doing everyone. We are just bringing
everyone.
Oh, anyway, we are bringing on people that are willing to just kind of open up more than just business. So that is the whole point of this, is that we don't want this to be just business. This is really just us getting personal, getting open. And of course, personal leads into business. So, we're going to learn about a lot of amazing people, personal stories, business stories. So we wanted to do ours first because we figured, we're going to be having some guests on. We actually already have a couple really amazing guests coming up over the next month. But the first 2 episodes, which depending on Scotty's patience level, we'll see if we can accomplish both today.
I don't think that's going to happen.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. So we're going to start. I'm just going to talk about myself because I think Scotty's tired of asking me questions because we already did that. But so in our previous take, you asked me, unless you want to ask again.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're really, really low energy now. You had asked or you had mentioned that a lot of people ask me, how I got into photography, and I kind of went through the whole story. And it's funny because now telling the whole story, I'm like, I don't know if I want to tell the whole story again because
it's kind of boring.
It's just basically, long story short, I'll summarize it. 4th grade, built a camera out of an oatmeal box for a science project, got into photography. 8th grade, wanted to be a National Geographic photographer, just like so many young people do, which is awesome. And got into landscape photography and stuff like that. And
did you read?
Did I read? What the hell do you mean?
Did you read National Geographics when you were a kid?
I had a magazine. Yeah, I had a stack of magazines.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's right. That's probably what... Did you do that too?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I love National Geographic. It was I think it was my favorite. And you want to hear a funny story?
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
We're talking now.
Because we're talking about something else.
Because you don't want to repeat. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself. Anyway, so my mom, she collected National Geographics from every month and year that we were born.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think my mom still has them actually. Because I don't have it. But so I have one July 1983.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
You should frame that or something.
Probably should.
Yeah. Is it in your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay,
probably.
We should get that and frame it. That's really cute. I had no idea. I just learned something new about you.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I even know the cover. It was a scuba diver, or the not like scuba like we know it as today, but the
what's it called?
The dome thingy that
with
the bell
thing that goes up. That's called forgetting what it's called. There's a name for it. We're both scuba dive certified, but Someone's gonna chime in. Okay, so anyway, tangent, but yes, National Geographic. That was interesting. Cool. So wanted to do that. Wanted to be a photographer later on after. So it was 2008 and financial crisis, and I had a Spanish major. And my dad.
There were no jobs.
There were no jobs. This whole scary thing, right? The financial crisis. And my dad says, "Hey, come work with me." And I'm like, "I don't want a desk job." And he's like, "Oh, I know. It's like a networking marketing job. You'll learn how to, talk with people." Like basically just help me find clients. It was definitely an office job with a little bit of the other stuff. But the point,
you had some cool experiences. You've told me.
Yes, you're right. And I learned a lot. And honestly, it made me fearless with just picking up the phone and calling clients and seeing what's up, because I did that all the time for financial stuff, which did not resonate. But anyway, the point is that I did that for a couple of years, and then I got like burned out working with my dad and just in finance, doing things that I didn't love. And all I really wanted to do was be a photographer. That was like the dream job still. I was like, I just want to be a photographer. But at that point, I was like, I'm too scared. I don't think I can make a career out of it. That's not realistic. That's not practical. I was always thinking, what am I supposed to do? Like, what is the career or trajectory I should do?
What's the thing that a good girl does?
Yeah. Yeah. No, for real. No, it's like what the expectations. So fun fact, Scotty and I were also both raised Mormon. So that's a whole nother tangent, probably for a whole nother episode. Whole nother day. But that's definitely going to come up in a lot of our conversations, I'm sure. But yes, we're always following the script. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And with that, I'm supposed to get married to a man. I'm supposed to have a career, and I'm supposed to do all these things. And photography.
I don't think the career is like the path of a Mormon girl.
Well, for me, that's beside the point, I guess. But then I became a Spanish teacher and did that and loved it, but then hated it because it was all classroom management and just not for me. And then when I was a stay-at-home mom is when I picked up my camera and actually started a business out of it. Basically, the overall script over and over is that I wanted to do photography and I was too afraid to do it, because later on, once I, was divorced from my ex-husband and all of that, and I needed to actually support myself completely 100%, I was not confident in myself to be a photographer. I was like, oh, no, that's not like actually a job. That's not actually like something that I can support myself with. So I went back to finance and had to hate that job enough to a point that I was like, I would rather just be a starving artist on the streets. But of course I don't want to be. So I'm going to learn business and I'm going to actually have a successful photography studio. So it's a really truncated, choppy version of the story, but yeah, so here I am today. What else do you want to know?
I don't have any questions for you because I asked them earlier.
And you also know me because we're literally a married couple and talk all the time. So
there is a lot of talking.
That is the constant dialogue of, I talk a lot. So that's all right. I have to make up for the times that you don't. But yeah. So maybe instead of doing 2 episodes, we just kind of go into your story. Let's talk about your career story. Okay. Because we're going to talk about our coming out stuff and all of that's a whole nother thing. So since I just told kind of my career story of how I came to be a photographer, actually I want to add one more thing because I'm a talker and I'm not done talking.
Of course.
But it came to actually my actual full-time business today. Okay. And this actually leads into you. So I'm going to start telling your story.
Okay.
Because it was 2019. I was in that last finance job. I hated it so much. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to just be a full-time photographer. I'm going to finally do the thing I want to do, which is be a full-on full-time photographer. 2019, quit my finance job with benefits and this and that. And what happened only a few months later was COVID, of course. So I was only 3 or 4 months into running my business by myself.
Yeah.
A year and a half divorced from my ex-husband. We were dating.
We were engaged.
Yes. That's right. Yeah. Lesbians move fast. So
we did not move fast for lesbians. That's bullshit.
That's true. Yeah. Well, because we were long distance. So, that kind of just stunted things a little. But,
yeah.
But anyway, back to the career story, because we're going to keep focused on this. We're going to make this about that, because otherwise we'll be talking for 5 hours about all of the stories.
I don't think I could talk for 5 hours, not even with you.
Yeah, so COVID happened. That was scary. And then enter Scotty. What were you doing, Scotty? I'll let you talk now.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I want to say that when you and I first started dating in 2018?
18.
Yeah, 2018. You thought there was like something wrong all the frickin' I don't know if you remember this.
What are you talking about? You're making me sound like I'm like not well.
No. So when we first started dating, I would we would be driving and I wouldn't be talking.
Oh, I get it. Yes. Okay.
You would be
like, in life, like something is wrong all the time. No. Excuse me with us. Okay.
No. Yeah, you were like, what is wrong? There's something wrong. And because I wouldn't be talking because it's like, I don't have to talk all the time. But you definitely really didn't like that I was quiet all the time.
It seemed like you were angry. I was like, you're mad at me. Okay. What was the point of that?
The talking.
Got it.
That you talk a lot and I don't.
I thought we put that behind us. You're like never. Okay. Career. What were you doing?
Okay. So when we were engaged, I was I was in mining and
no big deal.
No big deal. Gold mining to be more specific. And yeah, I loved my job and I had a good career going and I felt like things were going in the right direction for me and my kids and everything. And the only thing that was missing was a partner in my life.
I thought you were going to say, and then I met you and it all went. Okay.
Wow.
Very romantic, babe. Okay, go
on. And so that's where you entered in. And I was like, I'm really tired of this whole back and forth thing, especially when we got engaged, like the whole back and forth between the mine, which was, 4 hours away from home and then coming back home. And
let's paint the visual picture. It's kind of a triangle. Or it was literally a triangle.
Yes.
Okay. So we live now, we're in Reno, Nevada, which is, close to Tahoe. And you worked in Round Mountain, which is smack middle
of nowhere
of Nevada, but middle of nowhere, middle of Nevada. And then, so it's like east in the mountains. And then Winnemucca was north.
Yeah,
right? Winnemucca?
Northwest.
And Winnemucca is where you lived half-time.
With my kids.
With your kids.
Yep.
And then half-time you lived at, I just call it the mine house. With your parents. Because you guys were all in mining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no reason to have our own place because none of us stayed there for long periods of time.
Yeah. And like you would work 12 hours and come home and meal prep and go to the gym and go to sleep and do it all over.
Yeah.
For 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah. And so finding time for us to date during that time was crazy. So there were some times that you would do a surprise trip to Reno.
Not surprise trip. It was always planned.
Was it though? A couple.
No, it was always planned.
There was one time or maybe twice.
Okay. There was like the one time when we were first started dating and like my kids and I were in Death Valley on vacation. And then we went the other way and came up and saw you for like
I'm thinking another time in addition to that. Anyway, it's fine. It's been a while. But the point is it was like you'd have to go get your kids in Winnemucca and then you'd come with, we only got to see each other when we had our kids because if you weren't working, you were with your kids.
Yeah.
And if you were with, this is the most lesbian thing ever, but I was going through my previous divorce. We were dating and we were brand new dating. And you're like, just putting it out there. You might want to, well, now I'm like, I'm kind of regretting saying that I was not even technically divorced when we were dating, but it's fine. We were separated. It's all good. I knew I was gay. Anyway, I was like, how's that TMI? Whatever. It is what it is. But the point is when I was going through the divorce with my ex, you said, let's sync up our weeks on and off with our kids.
Yeah.
So we have kid-free time and we have kid time.
Yeah, that's called planning, and I'm really good at it. Who isn't really good at planning?
Why are we judging? That's irrelevant.
Because it's funny.
Oh, is it though? I don't know. But it was a little, We'd only been dating like 3 times.
No.
Like, I swear it was like 2 months in, and you're like, so we might want to sync up our divorce schedules.
I mean,
we might end up getting married. And I was like, woo.
Hey, you know what? It
all worked out. It worked out. It was good. I'm glad that, yes.
And you didn't have any like strong feelings about it anyway. You were like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I was like, why not? It's like either odd weeks or even weeks. Like, I may as well chime in for the odd, or I don't even know what it is. But yeah. Anyway, all worked out. So we did that for a couple years of seeing each other only 2 weekends a month, the 2 weekends a month that we had our kids. So that's why, in the lesbian realm of things, we weren't extremely fast, because when you're only seeing each other 2 weekends a month, there's only so much get to know of each other that you can do.
Yeah. And you were teaching at that time.
And I was teaching at that time. Yeah. And then, so let's fast forward so COVID happened. We were engaged at that point.
Yeah.
And we knew, not that I'm trying to like give a reason as to why we were engaged before living together, but it was like, with kids and all of this, like living together it's a very serious, big move. So we, chose to get engaged, and you proposed, and then I proposed. You proposed, I said no, and then I proposed, and it was just this whole thing. But
I don't know why we had to go into that.
A little bit, ever so slightly ADHD, little tangents here and there, little splash of zest. So the point of that is you came out to Reno when? It was during COVID. And
what do you mean?
I was just trying to do the merging story of you coming to Reno and you joining the business. When did that happen? I'll let you talk.
Oh, well, we got married first, and we were, like at the beginning of COVID.
Well, it was March 20th, 2020.
Yeah. And
it's like, let's get married tomorrow.
Yeah, basically. Then,
but we were engaged. So go on. Sorry.
You only married me for the benefits at the time.
Expedited things a little bit. It's a win-win.
Anyway, this year, I don't know. It was like a month later that we moved all my stuff. I think. I don't even remember.
I don't know. It's all a blur, but it was weird.
Oh, no. It was after.
You moved first. Before COVID.
No.
No?
I did. There was a move in there, but that's irrelevant to this story. I moved in with you in May after the kids, or slightly before school had ended. Anyways, like it was right at the end of the school year where I moved to Reno, and we merged everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And you needed to find work in Reno. That was the point.
That
was the goal.
No, because I was still working at the mine for a long time after we got married.
Right. But after we got married, the goal was to get you to Reno. That was absolutely the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is when I was just trying to get to the story of that was when you decided to, or when I was like, well, hey, I have a job.
Yeah, that didn't come until
it was like
July. I feel like it was July when we
of 2020.
When we had made that epiphany. So we had gotten married in March. I moved in like April or May, and then it was I was looking for work. Yeah. Although we were trying to find a house too at the same time, and we knew that I couldn't leave my job until we found a house.
Right. And then you were like, "Oh, I'm going to do the fixer upper thing. We'll flip houses." That was in there. Remember that? Yes. You're like the Bigger Pockets podcast or whatever.
Oh, anyway, we got into that.
Yeah. So and you're like, "That's how I'm going to make money. Is I'm going to do all the work on the house. We're going to get a fixer upper, and I was going to do the photography business." It was literally that.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of. Okay.
Not really.
It was going to be that and the business. Okay.
No, it was going to be that, and I was going to get a job.
Okay.
But it was depressing trying to find work here.
Yeah, because you're making over 100K and
and I wouldn't have been able to,
and out here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have been able to make that kind of money here in construction because I didn't have like typical construction experience. So it was like starting over. It was really discouraging.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like right around the time when we bought our home that it was like that you said, "Hey, just join me in the business." And I was like,
because I was getting so busy. My business was.
Oh yeah, it was July. It was the same time we found the house, and your business was just booming.
Yeah, I will say what's so funny is like the amount of time I was editing every single picture I was showing clients, every single picture.
I remember.
Now I'm like, I just tell clients, I'm like, we're going to edit this photo and you're going to love it. And people love them even before we edit them. But for whatever reason, I think I was just too insecure of showing photos that weren't retouched. So because of that, the amount of time or money, because if I was having a retoucher do it instead, or myself as either time or money, I was like, oh my gosh, this 100% makes sense to have you do it.
Yeah.
But it's a blessing in disguise that I hadn't figured out that I didn't actually have to edit every single photo.
That was the way it was done back then, I think, or a lot of photographers were doing it that way.
Like, I don't forbid someone sees an unedited photo. Like,
exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And so, doing the math, it made total sense for me to jump in on the business.
Yeah.
And then.
Want to talk about how great of a trainer I was?
Oh, you sucked. So bad.
It's cool, Scotty. I'll train you. and you were like, I don't like the way you do this.
Well, because you were like, it's all about feeling. And
just kind of,
you got to paint.
So the way I was retouching, this is, really embarrassing actually, because I never really learned to retouch correctly. I was essentially painting over photos with clone stamps. So if you're a photographer, you know what clone stamp is, or if you've ever worked with Photoshop, you're just like, basically, just like paint the edges, like the shadows. And like, it looked good.
Yeah, it looked really good.
It was kind of like painting outlet for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I was teaching that to you, and I was like, you just have to feel the shadows. Like, you're like, there's got to be an easier way to do this.
or a more technical way to do this.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah. So a bunch
easier
of YouTube trained you.
YouTube. Yeah. 100%.
Yep. So, and then you got bored of that, and then you started.
Oh God. Yeah.
Well, now we have an actual retoucher that does it, because that we just tell them how we need it to be done. But, and then you started having opinions with the business. So she was like, because this was my business. It was Amber and Scotti photography.
Oh my God. Do you remember like one of our?
Oh, I do. We were in the kitchen and I was just like, this is my business. I am the artiste. Like, I am the one that makes these decisions. And then you're like, I think you need to do it this way or something. I don't know exactly what it was.
I don't remember exactly.
There was about a week or two where I was like, oh my gosh, she's having opinions and this is my business. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, know your place, But then I was like, okay, these are some good ideas. And they started building workflows for me and like the CRM. And I was like, this is really nice processes. And like, there is a process to this all kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you started telling me how
to do things.
And I was like, okay, all right.
And then you slowly understood that my ideas were good.
And I'm not going to admit that like conclusively, but maybe in the business in the beginning, Yeah, you have some good ideas. I'm not going to tell you they're always right. They're always good. Anyway, that fast forward now, we actually have a whole second photography business. And now Scotty's actually photographing. So
gold miner to editor to studio manager to photographer.
Yeah.
I mean, I still manage.
She still does a lot of the studio managing stuff.
I still do all the managing.
Yeah, like after a photography shoot, I'll say, okay, Scotty, these are the photos that we're retouching. This is what the client wants done, blah, blah, blah. And then she makes sure that it's done right. And then she delivers them to the client. So, so we have that process down good. But then, we have another volume business called Bijou Photo that that you launched, and you realized, you know what, I need to learn photography so that we can train our employees to photograph all in a very consistent, good way. And you're kind of killing it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a really good teacher. Oh, that one you did teach me well on that one. I will say,
retouching, I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, yeah.
I always joke to clients, you don't want me retouching your photos. I don't.
It's so bad.
I'll do the light and color. I make things shadowy and good, but
that's right. I would have to say that it's really difficult to edit light and color and everything and getting that correct. And that took me a really long time. And you were very patient with me in that regard.
Of course.
So, and that was really good. And
now you see it almost better than I do sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, oh, there's green notes here, or there's magenta notes or whatever. I'm like, yeah. So that one really is like a skill that you just kind of learn along the way. But anyway, I think that's kind of like, I don't know, a good synopsis of where we're at. people always ask like, what or how is it working with your partner and being married and all of that. And there's been moments where I'm like, that's the only thing that's keeping us together. And then there's moments where it's like, we are disagreeing on everything. And like, we're going to bed and we're just like annoyed because we're, something business wise or bring something up. So, but generally speaking, like it's all we know. And it really is something that brings us together with everything. And we'll bring camera gear on vacations and do photo shoots. The banner that's on our page right now is the photo shoot that we did in San Francisco, and some of our favorite shots that we've done of each other. And but yeah, so for the most part, it's a good, fun, positive thing, and just knowing. I'm sure that'll come up a lot in these episodes, I should say, is what it's like working together and how we handle each other, and knowing when I need to just stop talking. Maybe like right now.
And on that note, we'll close.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good place to end for today. And I thought this was going to be 2 episodes, but I think this is just going to be one long one. And yeah, next time that we do this, we've got a few technical things figured out. So hopefully when we have our first guest, we don't have any more technical issues. But we purposely chose someone that is just like so easy. She's actually our website designer, and she's you should
probably say who it is,
Yeah. Am I like announcing that? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Jill Rutherford with OCG Creative. She is our website. She did our website, or her team did, I should say. Anyway, I'm not going to like spoil all the commonalities and things or whatever, but for whatever reason, I was like, Jill needs to be our first victim. I feel like she'll just laugh and we'll have fun, and I don't feel like nervous, stress, or anything if like something happened, like a light went out. I don't know, but I think we got mostly dialed in today though. So yeah. So anyway, all right, that'll be it, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.